He was so persuasive that he made me think that the cat in front of me was a lion. When I first started selling insurance, I met a man named Tomita. We met at a social gathering for all the best insurance salesmen in the country. It was held at the P Hotel near Lake Biwa. I was lucky to have won a few contracts by chance, but I was invited to the event by some miracle. Tomita was in the same room as me. I think the organizer was trying to get me, the youngest salesman, to meet a top salesman and learn from him. Although he didn't have a bent back, Tomita was a normal, energetic old man at first glance. He was 70 years old at the time, and even though he had long since retired, he was still working at the front line of sales. What's more, he was an amazing person, who had been ranked in the national rankings for over 10 years in a row. The first thing I did was sell sewing machines. Then I sold encyclopedias, and then I sold insurance. He was a salesman all the way. At the time, I didn't feel much joy in doing sales. To be honest, I just did it because I had to, in order to make a living. But then Tomita told me, you have to be grateful when you get turned down. The customer is telling you to study more. There's no job that teaches you as much as sales. I know, but with other jobs, you can manage if you follow the manual. But with jobs that involve direct contact with customers, that's not the case. You have to learn through experience. The customer is your teacher. Even if he said something noble like that, there's no way I could understand it at the time. All I wanted was to get out of the world of sales. Maybe he could see through my heart. Tomita stared at my face and gave me a hint. You have a good sense. Maybe you're a big shot. Maybe you can do it. What do you mean? Tomita said to me, who was timid. It's so convincing that it makes you think the cat in front of you is a lion. What's that? During the war, I was fighting in mainland China. A big shot I met there told me the same thing I just said. Yes, I just nodded, and Tomita smiled and told me the story. He concluded, whether you believe it or not is up to you. I thought I could become a person with enough persuasive power to make people believe that the cat in front of me is a lion. And since I returned to the burnt-out wasteland of Japan, I have never had to worry about food. I had been listening to him vaguely thinking, that must be true, if that's what he said. But looking back, many things have happened in the 10 years since then. And I, who have no talent, have always been able to get out of trouble because of that suggestion. Now, if you have read this sentence, you too have the persuasive power to make people believe that the cat in front of you is a lion.